junk is alive. Finally got this truck going with our Edelbrock supercharger on top. It's purring like a kitten, letting everything get warmed up, letting the EFI relearn some programming. We're starting completely fresh with a new tune on this thing. Put all our parameters in the computer so it knows what's going on, but it's still going to do some learning on its own. And we'll take this thing out on a test drive, start logging a few easy miles on it before we really rip on it. Make sure our timing's squared away, air-fuel ratios are doing good. We don't want to hurt this engine after all this work. So let's go for a test drive. Just getting a few miles on it, letting this EFI learn some more. Got it in the ballpark, but we're going to take it safe, not going to hurt anything. I'm actually going to use patience and be smart on this one for a change. So far, so good. A little bit that I have driven this truck, it's pretty impressive so far. Not running it hard at all, just some basic miles, not going crazy with it. Got to play it safe, can't really afford another engine right now. It feels amazing. Not the most powerful thing yet, because I'm not pushing that gas pedal to the floor, but I can't believe how smooth it is. Whenever I stop at a stoplight or just sit in the middle of the road to try this thing out a little bit and get it up to speed under a load so this EFI can learn some more, I just can't explain how smooth it is. It's literally just as smooth as when this engine was bone stock. There's no difference at all. Like if you didn't hear the supercharger whine, you wouldn't even really know it's there. It's just so silky smooth, unbelievable. There's the other reason why we can't test drive this thing too hard tonight. We've got plenty of Florida liquid sunshine going on out here, folks. So there ain't no ripping tonight, but I can promise you there will be in the future. No traction, wet roads, a little too much boost maybe, who knows. It's fun and I love hearing that supercharger whine. To fill up this beast, both tanks getting topped off with some 93. No more of that cheap stuff, folks. It's boost time, so we gotta have some decent gas now. On it, 2 20-gallon tanks, one on each side, and I wanted to keep that option because one, I like to just drive this truck and not have to stop all the time for fuel. Probably not gonna get the best of fuel mileage now, but a huge advantage of that is when we go to the track now, we can have pump gas to get there in one tank and we can have some race gas in the other, so we can turn it up a little bit when we get to the track, run a little more timing on it, and see if we can get it to run a little better. So just another perk of having a big truck with dual tanks, dual purpose. So we're on our way to work, driving down the interstate, 70 to 80 mile an hour. This thing is just so effortlessly smooth. I mean, we're pushing a 6,000 pound truck down the interstate, shaped like a brick, zero aerodynamics on this dude. And it just does it so smooth. I can't believe it. It's just, we're gonna pass this semi here and we just roll into the throttle a little bit and we're doing 80 mile an hour. It's just silky smooth. There's 90 like it used to be 50 without the supercharger. Just really doesn't make sense how smooth this truck is. I love it. Man, it was a lot of work, a lot of pain in the butt to get to this point, but definitely worth it all. Haven't really done any full throttle stuff yet with it. Still, you know, want to let the timing curve and fuel situation, make sure that's 100% before we do any of that. Real ripping on it. Need to increase the fuel pressure a little bit. I had initially set them, but you know, as the springs have moved around a little bit, maybe it's changed a couple pounds. You know, just need to change it, raise it a little bit. So, a couple little things. We got to get some AC lines made because it's Florida. When that sun comes up, this ain't going to be a fun drive. But so happy with the overall installation of this supercharger. It's very clean. So I wanted to stop down here at the rest area after blasting this thing down the interstate, just to see if this radiator is actually working down here. Heat exchanger. Well, I don't have an actual thermometer, but just putting my hands on it, doing the old finger test there, it's not hot at all. It's barely warm, so we're getting plenty of air circulation across that heat exchanger. So that's feeling really good. I was wondering if we were gonna have to put a fan on there. At this point, I don't think we have to, but if we are in a situation where it's at the drag strip where we're really hammering on this thing lap after lap, Just hot lapping the truck, it would definitely build up some heat in there, not as much airflow probably, but we'll figure that out at a later date. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.